Be Wealthy and Smart, episode number 320.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about 3 simple basics for wealth building. And you're going to learn the 3 simple things to do and why managing money is not as hard as we're making it out to be. But first, if you're a new listener, please hit the subscribe button so you get all of the new podcasts as soon as they're uploaded. And this episode is brought to you by Audible. It's the way I read more books and stay ahead of the curve. Audible is, of course, the easiest way to read books because all you have to do is just listen, like you are right now. There are over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player, and your first audiobook is free. Just visit audibletrial.com/be wealthy and smart. That's audibletrial, audibletrial.com/be wealthy and smart. Well, on today's show, I wanted to cover some basics because back in the day when I was starting out, just getting my first job and starting to save money and things like that, getting just my very first handle on finances, it was a lot easier back then. It seems like things have gotten so complicated now. And I just wanted to do this show to encourage you to maintain the simplicity with your money because I get a lot of questions from people that are asking about how many buckets do I need? Do I need to put money in this bucket and that bucket and this account? And how much should I put here? How much should I put there? I think that focus is a little bit slightly off. And I think that the bigger picture is sort of being missed because we're getting enthralled with all of these apps and these websites and these rebalancing programs and these savings programs and all this kind of stuff that makes it seem like we have to have it all or we're not going to be successful with money. Nothing could be further from the truth. You can make money very complex or you can make it very simple. And personally, I like the simple way because it doesn't have to be so automated. If that works for you, great. But a lot of people don't want to be techie. A lot of people would rather be a little bit more simplistic with things that they're doing. And here's the thing. When I think back to when I first started out with my first job, I had an income coming in. It wasn't a lot. And I had to be very, very careful with money. But I was also saving for things. I wanted a car. I wanted a condo. There were goals that I had, and there were things that I needed to save money for. So it was a matter of just focusing on the savings. That was the big thing. I just socked away money like crazy. And I was very, very good at it. And I think most wealth builders get to a point where they are really good savers first because you need that capital to do things with. And if you're going out and buying the most expensive car, then that's where all your capital's going. We all know it's going to be worth less in 2, 3, 5 years. And so that's essentially a very bad investment because you're guaranteeing it's going to be worth less than you paid for it. A smart investor would be thinking about how can I grow my money? How is my money going to be worth more in 3, 5, and 10 years? Is that going to be through buying a home? Is that going to be through investing in the stock market? Is that going to be through starting a business or something else? So we want to be thinking about how do we make our money grow? But in order to get to that point, the first thing we've got to do is really focus on saving. And we have the rule of paying yourself first. And that's a tried and true rule. It is something that has been a 10% goal and sort of rule of thumb to pay yourself first, that first 10%, as if you were paying a bill, pay it to yourself. And I think that's a great idea. I do think you can probably save more than 10%. Now, it's hard for me to make that statement because everybody listening is in a different situation. Some people are paying off debt and have a lot of student loans or other consumer debt and are on a tight budget. Other people are at stability and they have a big income and they have a different situation. Some people are married, some people are single, some people have children, some people don't. So everybody's in a different boat. So it's hard for me to make a generalization. But what I'm going to say is, if you can, have a goal of saving 20% of your money if you can. Now, that might mean you're going to have to cut out some things. It might mean that the cable TV goes bye-bye, because a lot of people are getting rid of that nowadays and are, watching through Hulu or watching through Roku and some other systems and foregoing cable. There's other things you might want to do without. You might not need to upgrade your iPhone as often. You might not need certain things. You might not need to buy a car as often. But I want you to try and save more. This is something that the American culture is not very encouraging of, us saving. And it's all about spending. And there's all kinds of enticing things that they want us to spend money on. And there's advertising and there's store windows and all kinds of things. But I really would like to see us save 20% in this country and really start to hunker down and get some good savings under our belt. Because once you have savings and once you have capital, you have a lot more choices. There's a lot more things you can do and a lot of flexibility that you have that you don't have when you don't have the money. All right, so step one, the basic is save 20% if you can, and do that by paying yourself first. So make sure that that goes into your account automatically every paycheck, and that you are paying yourself. It's not going into your checking account, it's going into a separate savings account, so you're not tempted to spend that money. The second thing I'd like to see you do is to pay your bills on time. I want you to be really focused about paying your bills on time. Probably 99% of the time you're paying your bills on time. I want you to really, really make an effort to go that extra mile to just make sure you're always paying your bills on time. That's so important for your credit. I know that you're probably already doing that, and congratulations to you, but I just wanted to say that that's a very basic thing that people need to do for their wealth building, because in the long run, that's going to help you borrow money cheaper. It's going to help you get your mortgage at a lower interest rate. It's going to do a lot of things for you to have credit. So you want to have good credit, and that comes primarily from paying your bills on time, although there's different factors that go into your credit, and I've done other podcasts on that. So if you want to know more about that, look up my other podcasts about how your credit is affected and by what things. The third basic is to start investing your money, whether that is dollar cost averaging into the stock market, which I think is a great way to go because you're buying into the market no matter what the market's doing, whether it's going up, whether it's going down. You're buying on a regular basis, and when it goes down, you're buying more shares, and when it goes up, you're buying fewer shares. But over time, dollar cost averaging usually gets you invested at a lower average cost. So it can be a very, very good way to invest. So try to get into investing as soon as you can. It's to your benefit to compound longer and to start when you're younger. And so you need to do that whether it's through your 401k first, which is always your best place to start, especially if your employer matches your funds. And also that money grows without tax and you're not taxed on that as income. So it's a great, great place to really start investing. So get the 401k going. Depending on your income level, you might be able to invest in a Roth IRA. But these tax-sheltered retirement plan type accounts are generally going to be a great place for you to invest. Outside of that, it's good to also invest in the market with some of your savings as well. So you can dollar cost average into different mutual funds or into a different brokerage account. The point is you want to take that savings because it's only earning 2% or less and get that into something that's going to be compounding at maybe an average of closer to 8% over the long term, which the stock market has done. So you want to be getting your money from savings into investing and getting it compounding and working for you. So in summary, I just wanted to say there's an awful lot of things on the internet that are saying you need this, you need that, blog posts that are saying buy this, invest in that, open this account. Just be aware that some of those things are things that make commissions for the blogger, and they do have to disclose it if they do make an affiliate commission. But sometimes it's a little cloudy or you don't really see it. Just be aware that financial companies promoting things that could be online banking or incentivized credit cards, these things are making them commissions. So really ask, is this what I really need? Or is this getting too much? Is it too complex? Because again, it's not unbiased advice in these blog posts that are recommending products. So just know that you don't need all those products out there. You don't need specialized accounts. You just need to be paying your bills, saving, and investing. Those are 3 basics that you need to focus on. Don't worry about all the fancy stuff. If you find that's helpful to you, great. But don't feel like you need all these apps, you have to have all these accounts. Don't feel that way. It's very simple. Pay your bills, save money, try to save 20% and pay yourself first, and then eventually get that money invested when you can. Those are 3 basics that keep money very simple. It doesn't have to be complex. I hope that helps and takes some of the overwhelm out of finance and money that I see people really feeling right now. Hey, we're getting to the end of my summer giveaway. There's only a few days left where you can win awesome prizes. My Wealthy Mindset Blueprint audio course valued at $197, which is How Millionaires Think the Right Thoughts for Wealth, or my Wealth Journal and mini course valued at $67, where I review the 6 steps to wealth. All you need to do is leave a review for Be Wealthy and Smart on iTunes, or if you have an Android, on Stitcher. Like my Facebook fan page at facebook.com, Linda P. Jones fan page. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Linda P. Jones, and then send me an email at lpjhome@gmail.com and let me know you did it. Everyone's name will be entered into a hat, and in early October, I'll be announcing winners. And if you're looking to get your net worth growing faster, get my 11 quick financial tips to boost your wealth. There are 11 quick things anyone can do to get their wealth growing faster. And you can find that at lindapjones.com. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.